بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين. اللهم انفعني بما علمتني وعلمني بما ينفعني وزدني علما إنك العليم الحكيم. اللهم أخرجنا من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمنا بنور الفهم وافتح علينا بمعرفة العلم وسهل أخلاقنا بالحلم. آمين يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقني نعمة الإخلاص لوجهك الكريم بكل ما أقول وبكل ما أفعل. آمين يا رب العالمين. My topic today is about laparoscopic sleeve gastrectomy. Surgical procedure for laparoscopic sleeve gastrectomy is a gastric tube or sleeve of the reduced capacity about 100 cc is created along the lesser curvature stapling along the length of the stomach. A bougie tube is used at surgery to calibrate the size of the gastric sleeve. The excluded stomach, excluded fundus, and the greater curvature are removed. This reduces the size of the stomach in about 75% and produces a restrictive effect. As we see here, this is the stapling and this is the resected stomach, and this is the about 100 cc of the stomach left, resembling a gastric tube, and this is the vertical stapling. Normal post-operative imaging. On the post-operative contrast study, a slender gastric tube is seen. Contrast usually passes through freely into the duodenum, although occasionally in the post-operative period there can be hold up of the contrast in the proximal sleeve, thought to be due to antral malfunction. Here, this is the normal stomach before the gastric sleeve, and here this is the stomach after gastric sleeve, and you see the gastric tube looks like a banana shape, and there is no leak, and the patient has cholecystectomy sutures here. Here, another patient with gastric tube after surgery, and we see it looks like a banana shape, and there is no leak, and there is no normal passage to the duodenum and the upper jejunal. Post-operative complication. Gastric dilatation is seen as increased diameter of the sleeve with loss of normal tubular appearance. Patients present with inadequate weight loss or weight gain, and it is account about 4.5% of patients undergoing sleeve gastrectomy require further surgery for this reason. Gastric leak. It is post-operative sleeve gastrectomy most commonly occur from the proximal end of the gastric staple line close to the gastroesophageal junction, although leaks can occur at any point along the length of the staple line. Here, this is the contrast swallow of this patient after gastric sleeve, and we see the leak here, leak from the proximal end of the gastric tube is demonstrated. Another patient here, another patient after gastric sleeve operation, and we see the leak also in the proximal zone, in the proximal part of the anastomosis, of the stapule. Gastric tube structure can occur at any point along the gastric tube, but are most common at the incisura due to intraoperative stapling. Here, patient with mid-gastric structure 4 years after gastric sleeve. And in this patient, he is not responding for endoscopic dilatation. Another patient with contrast study, we see the kinking of the gastric tube after the sleeve operation, and we see here the leak. And another patient with leak operation with leak after gastric sleeve, we see the leak in the almost in the proximal part of the stapule. And we see the CT scan of the same patient with gastric leak and with some collection here. Another patient with gastric leak with some extra with gas in the peritoneal cavity noted around the spleen, and there is also a leak from the proximal part of the stapule. And here the same patient with leak and with collection. And this is the same patient after a drainage of the collection around the spleen. And here this is the fistulogram in the patient after gastric leak with abscess, and we see the drainage tube, and this is the abscess cavity. Thank you very much for listening, and hoping to see you soon in another talk.